The XRP long got a little bit bigger. That's right, folks. We have added to our position after XRP went down to 270 last night. This is after we closed off the month of August at 277, which is actually still in bullish posture. A lot of people got shook out. A lot of people got liquidated. It was a rough month. But what I'm looking at is the months coming up. When we look ahead, we can see that there's a lot of catalysts for XRP. We got ETFs, digital asset treasury companies, and when the Clarity Act passes, institutions can come in a regulated environment. So institutional adoption is about to explode. The XRP ledger is primed for institutional DeFi with permission DEXs and domains passing. I could do a whole video about that, and I will. But in today's video, I just want to let everybody know we're not going anywhere. As we enter the month of September and we're out here enjoying our Labor Day, I'm taking advantage of today to go through my portfolio, check on some of my other positions. We're making new allocations here, and I just added to my XRP long because I'm just observing data. Once again, I know that the ETFs are going to go live for XRP 100%. We have predictions from Canary Capital CEO of 5 billion of inflows coming in first month. Okay, that's pretty dramatic. We have JP Morgan predicting 4 to 8 billion of inflows in the first year. So somewhere in between there is where XRP is going to fall. And if we can just look at the performance of Bitcoin and Ethereum ETFs, ETH ETFs are approaching 14 billion in net inflows. Bitcoin ETFs have surpassed over 50 billion in net inflows and now assets under management. And here's what's so interesting. When XRP ETFs go live and the big 401k unlock happens, a lot of people, and I'm telling you this because I'm having conversations every single day with folks that are looking to roll over their 401k portfolios to XRP and park it there. Remember, these are not short-term trades where they're looking to come in and buy some XRP, trade it in a month or a year. These are folks that want to park their 401ks and wait till they reach those ages, where they can pull it out tax-free. That's where they're going to be parking their assets, is in XRP, and maybe Bitcoin and Ethereum is going to see a little bit of that action. Obviously already has up to over 50 billion assets under management in the Bitcoin ETFs and approaching 14 billion on the ETH ETFs. And the big rotation since July all through August has been more money flowing into the Ethereum ETFs than the Bitcoin. But those are the only two options in town. Once the XRP ETFs go live, the floodgates open up. And here's the hard data. No clickbait, no hopium, no shill. Let's just let the data speak for itself. And this is why I'm still so bullish and why I added to my XRP long yesterday. So what I did is I said, what's a comparable month? What's the best apples to apples comparison that we could take a look at, right? We know it's going to be a very exciting month when the XRP ETFs go live. There's going to be a lot of FOMO, a lot of people joining the party. I think that November 2024 is the most comparable month, right? Because it was President Trump's victory month. We were off to the races. XRP just started to take off, and it went from literally under 30 billion market cap to over 130 billion. It added 105 billion of market cap, but here's the kicker, off of only 118 million of inflows. Once again, 118 million of inflows led to XRP's market cap growing by 105 billion. That's an 883 market cap multiplier on the month. Now, that's a data point that we already observed. November 2024, XRP's monthly multiplier was 883. You can take that to the bank. And some of you guys did because you took a little profit on XRP that month or into December, right? So you literally did take it to the bank. 883. It's hard data. In fact, I'll let you guys screenshot this if you want. I know I got my face lock on there using the DJI Osmo Pocket 3. This camera is slick. It's a hard data point. Take it to the bank. But here's where it gets better. During this example, we're looking at trading 7 days a week, right? Because you're looking at, crypto's open 7 days a week. And so we observe 28 trading days over those 4 weeks, right? 4 times 7, 28 trading days. For the ETFs, you're only trading 5 days a week. So you're only going to get 20 trading days. If XRP ETFs go live in October and that first month in November, runs up to Thanksgiving, that's actually one more day that there is no trading, which means that you're looking at 20, maybe even 19 trading days for the 5 billion of inflows to come in. So is this multiplier dramatic? Yeah. Is it going to be even more dramatic with the ETF inflows because you have less trading days? Potentially, right? you have, this amount of money coming in during a shorter time period, which would suggest that the multiplier could even be more dramatic. Now, if we did get the 5 billion of net inflows, you put a multiplier of 883, your market cap goes to 4 trillion. That's 4 trillion with a T. Okay? And that price of XRP would be $73 XRP. Now, is that too bullish? Sure, cut it in half. You got what? A $35 XRP? Way too bullish still. Just take a third of that, right? You're still looking at a $20 XRP. And this is why I come to a $20 to $30 base case. Worst case scenario for XRP after the ETFs go live is a $20 to $30 XRP. And we are showing you right here that anybody saying it's impossible for XRP to reach these levels hasn't seen this equation, has not seen the multiplier. They don't understand this. They're trying to compare XRP, a network, and an asset that has real utility, has network function, to a stock. And it's just not an apples to apples comparison. So once again, if you want to be more conservative than I am with some of my assumptions, you can. I'm trying to stay ridiculously conservative. When you combine ETFs, digital asset treasury companies, and institutional adoption, we might even be looking at higher prices. But God forbid I mention a $100 XRP. That would be too much, right? But anyways, guys, I just wanted to share this again, explain why my video yesterday was so important, why I went back to November of 2024. I think it's the best apples to apples comparison on the first month of ETFs going live. Very similar to when Trump won the election and we had a party, right? XRP started to run over 500%. And so I think that that's the best comparable. You guys let me know in the comments down below what you think. I've added to my XRP long last night. Coinbase nailed me on a spread. The market price was $276. They charged me $278. So despite me paying for Coinbase Prime or whatever the deal is, Coinbase One, $30 a month, my trading fees are supposed to be $0. That's great, right? Until you go to buy and then they hit you on the spread. So if you don't want to deal with any of that crap, I highly recommend you guys take a look at Caleb and Brown. That's my favorite place to actually buy and accumulate and actually sell off positions that I want to cash out, like sending money to my bank account. Caleb and Brown is the best, especially for you guys that got big bags. These platforms are going to nail you on the spread, slippage, fees, withdrawal limits, withdrawal fees. All of that combined, you might be thinking, okay, I'm about to cash out $1 million. After they hit you on all those things, you might be down to $950,000. I mean, you might be up to 5% in fees between spread, slippage, withdrawal limits, withdrawal fees, and everything else that they do. So you might be looking at Caleb Brown thinking, oh, 3.5% trading fees, that's pretty high. You actually can negotiate that if you have bigger bags, 7-figure trades that you're going to be making. You can negotiate that down, by the way. But there's no spread, there's no slippage, there's no withdrawal fees, there's no withdrawal limit. So you make your trade, you cash out, the money arrives in your bank account the next day, and there was no fee on the withdrawal either. That's the type of relationship that I've come to love. And now when I use all the rest of these platforms, I'm disgusted by some of the spread and slippage that they're hitting us with. So please understand that on your platform. Caleb and Brown's linked up down below. That's my favorite place to, once again, make my bigger moves. It's not a platform for making small trades less than $500. Their minimum is $500 per trade. So just keep that in mind. But I have added to my XRP long. I'm not going anywhere. I'm very excited to see what's in store for us here in September and October. I think it's going to be a massive month, massive couple months ahead for XRP and our altcoins. So make sure that you have all of your positions ready to go. It's going to be a big one. We're not going anywhere. They weren't able to liquidate us. The market makers are trying to hunt us down. Haven't been able to catch us yet. And God willing, this is going to be the bottom here. Which, not to get into the TA, in this video, but it does look like the bottom of the correction is finalizing. And we should be moving up higher for XRP very quickly. I'll talk about the TA more in a separate video. Time for me to go enjoy my Labor Day with the family. I hope everybody has a fantastic day. Going to be a busy week, so stay tuned. Make sure you guys like this video, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and all of our community resources are available at zachrector.com. Thank you so much for your support, and God bless.